Right on the sit. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. As the Oracle foretold, two idiots who would misinterpret the news so you don't have to. Live from Deltona, Florida, the avatars themselves, Jack and Laz.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we do things and you facepalm yourself. Anything and everything. Yeah,
why you tune in every day. That's right.
Yeah.
Maynard.
There's a lot of questions to be asked and
That's right.
answered. Because
If you find a jar of mayo in the sink today, you know why.
yeah.
Cinco de Mayo. So be careful out there today. Don't be stupid. Don't drink too much tequila.
Or margaritas. Or anything.
Oh, you can have some margaritas. Just they got tequila in them. Just don't fall down and get stupid. Celebrate the mayo. VLTs all around. There you go. As Maynard says, too late already.
Yeah. I'm just looking forward to some chips and queso or something.
You know how to avoid hangovers, right? Stay drunk.
You don't drink alcohol, that is.
Oh. Yeah, well, that works. So, any news on the inspection?
Nothing major. Nothing major. It is a 20-year-old house, so you can't expect perfection, man.
Did it pass? I mean,
Well, pass is relative. There were lots of things that need fixing, but that's all relative. I mean,
more importantly, Bridge Troll wants to know: do we keep Lily?
Quite possibly.
Quite possibly.
Maybe.
Quite possibly. Don't know that yet, but welcome to today's show. Of course, it is Cinco de Mayo, Wednesday, May 5th, 2021. Waldo, thank you very much. Starting us off with 300 bits. And waiting for the page to reload as I scroll down.
And Waldo with 300 bits on my side, which means he's getting himself a copy of Worms.
Worms? Ooh, one of my all-time favorites. Worms. Waldo's got himself a copy of Super Panda Adventures, and Bridge Troll with another 300 bits. We'll get his game key here in a second. Super Panda Adventures goes for...
Yeah, and hold on, I gotta go find Worms. $8.
Nice. Super Panda Adventures $7.99 on Steam for Waldo. Let's get that over to Waldo. And then, of course, Bridge Troll. Oh, look, you guys are right next to each other, making my life real easy to send these out today.
Yeah.
Making it easy to send the keys out today.
That means with those 300 bits from Bridge Troll that we get to go play some marbles.
Yes, I'm wondering whether he's going to
pin it. Pin it is what he
or
said.
not.
He said pin
okay.
it. Yeah.
And he's got himself a copy of Brawl Out. Brawl Out. Is you can take that either way you want, but the spelling is pretty interesting on it. And Brawl Out is, let us see, $19.99 on Steam.
Is
Thank you, Bridge Troll.
On my stream, Tina is going to be racing with the black balls. I mean, he went way past blue balls to black balls.
He went to black balls, huh? Yeah, I guess I should open up a giveaway on this side as well. So everybody needs to type in exclamation, I love free shit, in order to get in on the giveaway. Exclamation play to get in on the marbles game for a chance to win some free scrolls.
And we are clicking start in 3, 2, 1, start. That gives you 69 seconds. Don't forget, better odds of winning on my stream.
Always better odds on Jack's stream. That's right.
Always.
And of course, don't forget,
around better odds on my stream.
If you want mystery game keys, all you got to do is donate 300 bits. You can get a game from $3.99, $20.99, $19.99, sometimes even $49.99. Never know what you're gonna get. Best odds on both streams. That's right, because the odds aren't too tough of you winning on either stream, to be truthful. To be truthful, that's right.
Easy.
But what's everybody got planned for their Cinco de Mayo? Anything interesting?
I have a munch later tonight, so hopefully I get some chips and queso.
Oh, nice.
A lot of chips and queso, because you know who lives off of chips and queso sometimes?
Oh, yeah. Are you going to your favorite place of all places?
Chewy's?
Chewy's? Never. As we head on down the track, good luck, everybody, as we play the Raging Pin.
Yes, we are on the pin.
Genesis taking the early lead. Gets wiped out by Econdis.
Tina ejected already, so Maynard is now in the lead. So we'll see what ends up happening. You're in. Oh, wait. Now I'm in second. Now I'm in the lead. Those little mixers causing some problems.
Yeah, so far, no ejections on this side yet. Yes.
The quick ejection from Tina. I mean, that's what happens when you've been blackballed so much that you're blackballed yourself.
And there goes Synesist ejected.
What? Lies. I'm still in this race on my side.
For the moment.
And I'm in the lead. So, yeah.
Econdis trying to keep his lead. Maynard catching up as with Torque and Bridge Troll. Torque popped up and ejected.
That is how far behind Maynard is. Laz is so far in the rear that he's finally going down the ramp thing.
The Maynard ejected.
I have made my way to the pin. Laz was ejected. Maynard was ejected. Ooh. So myself. Econdis was ejected. The only person left in my map is moi. So either send me all your scrolls or no scrolls are going to be getting.
Jack's off. That's right. Off to the win. Let's see if he doesn't get ejected at the pin, though. That happens. But Econdis gonna lose that lead? Nope. He still retains the lead for the moment. Azuri and DeFresne ejected.
Yes. And I was finally pushed up by the pin and into the hole.
Everybody's at the pin. Who's popped up first? Tina.
I love how Econdis
Tina may win one.
Yep. I am victorious on my side.
And Tina in for the win. Getting himself some scrolls.
Yes.
Congrats, Tina.
Time for Laz to do things. Okay,
Yes,
let's
got to
see.
send out some scrolls, and then we're going to pick ourselves a winner. So make sure you're in! Exclamation! I love free shit.
Yeah, Kitty Cat noticed.
Did you catch the kitty cat video in Discord today?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch. Yeah, I know. You got here 2 minutes beforehand. I know. busy.
I have been straight on calls all morning.
I believe it.
So, yeah.
I believe it. All right, we're going to close out the giveaway. Not too many people in, but hey, even better odds for you. Picking ourselves a winner. And Tina winning again, double whammy.
Oh, Tina needs to go get himself a lottery ticket.
That's right.
Don't invest
Congrats, Tina.
On that lottery ticket, just one.
Tina's got himself a copy of Super Trench Attack. Super Trench Attack for Tina. Congratulations.
Okay, now let's see. Let's look at my schedule.
And that's $4.99 on Steam. As we get this on over to Tina. There he is.
I will say that one of my meetings was cleared off my afternoon. Just one.
Hey. Oh, man. There you go, Tina. Tina says, fix my game detection. And Sean Silverfoot says, baseball is back. Where is that old fart today?
Oh.
You're welcome, Tina. And of course, we're going to reset, open up the giveaway one more time. Of course, don't forget, always a giveaway at the end of the stream on both sides. Oh, that's too cute. Econdis, is that your kitty watching the marbles race? That is too funny.
Yes. Yeah, and he was watching on my stream.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so let's see what else. You ready to go to the Tweeterverse for everything that happened there?
You know, I haven't even updated the Tweeterverse, so I don't even know what's out there. I haven't read it today, so yeah.
There's not much difference when you hit that refresh button.
I was gonna say, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on out there at all.
Nope. No tweets today.
0 tweets of the Tweeterverse.
No tweets.
Did we talk about that Phoenix yesterday? I don't recall.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Is working on the Summon Phoenix, making it more effective. Yes, absolutely.
And no update for that most recent patch that's coming out sometime very, very soon.
Wasn't that supposed to be out yesterday?
Let's go back to the Tweeterverse and look.
We're still on 1382, so. Yeah, shh.
New patch coming tomorrow from the 3rd, so it's supposed to be released yesterday. Wasn't released yesterday. No idea where it's at.
No idea where it's at.
It may have failed the build multiple times. It may have failed sanity. It may have failed something.
And let's go to other news.
Other news?
Oh yeah, you've probably got a list of things from yesterday still, as well as a couple things I posted. Then have to give you this one because I think this one is where we should start today, and then.
Okay. Yes. I definitely closed that one. But we are going to be going to the samagame.com
Sama Game
for news about the Shroud of the Avatar's Forsaken Virtues test.
Test.
Yes.
I don't know if that was just a test post or what why he called it. I don't know.
Maybe that's his, he's playing a game and it's his test of a game. But technically outdated MMO without an open game world with a single player option, a combat system that is not won, and boring fetch quests.
Fetch, Fido, fetch. Okay.
The residents of New Britannia have practically inhaled the serenity, while undead zombies shuffle slowly into their camps. They just stand there. They only take up arms when the undead are actually facing them or attacking them. We are lucky that Shroud of the Avatar Forsaken Virtues at least marks enemy creatures in red when you hover over them. Otherwise, one could easily get the idea that this is a new model of life of peaceful coexistence between humans and zombies.
Brains.
You notice.
Brains.
I find it difficult to speak of Shroud of the Avatar without cynicism. It also has to do with the fact that I was actually looking forward to it. A new game from Richard Lord British Garriott that breathes the spirit.
Not a new game.
Been out for over 3 years, man.
Officially. 7 years. Actually, 8 years if you want to count from 2013. We're now in the 8th year of this game.
The Avatar.
Yeah. Not so new, first off. So get your facts straight, dude.
Yeah. That breathes the spirit of the old Ultimate games and mixes it with MMO game mechanics that sounded promising. And now I'm sitting in front of this pile of broken pieces that could have been a good game. At the beginning, you can determine how you want to look relatively freely.
Still lacking
here,
in my opinion. You need some updates. Absolutely.
One of the basic problems with Shroud of the Avatar is its nature as a hybrid title between MMO and single-player RPG that doesn't work particularly well because the two genres are fundamentally different. A good single-player role-playing game lets you feel that you play a prominent role in the world. Changes in the world should at least be partially persistent. Think of Fallout 3, where you have the option to wipe an entire city off the map right from the start or not.
Yes.
A single player role-playing game can tell its story very credibly thanks to such tricks. In MMO, rarely, dozens of NPCs may tell you that you have now won the magical bow of the Holy Wood Elf. Ultima Typical. This is definitely needs some editing and revising. That's maybe why it's a test.
Yeah, well, again, I'll point out some of the fallacies in this review as well as we go. I'm sure you will also. So continue.
Ultima Typical, you first create your avatar by answering a few kitchen psychological questions that once upon a time actually took you down a different path that you would then have to go redo that stuff anyways. Yes.
Archer.
Now everybody is an archer at the beginning. In Shroud of the Avatar, you now have the choice right from the start whether you want to play in offline mode that you can experience for yourself or whether it should be the online world. In online mode, you can choose whether you want to be on your own, but also see the houses of other players. Whether you want to go out cooperatively with friends or whether you want to play the role-playing game as an open MMO in which you meet many other players that may kill you sometimes for no reason.
Nope. Nobody can kill you for no reason unless you intentionally flag yourself PvP. So there's a really first fuck up there.
Well, no, there's lots of things. Can you not see other players' houses?
Well, if you're in offline
you
mode,
can't.
Yeah.
If you're in offline, but if you're in online mode, you can choose whether you want to be on your own, but also see the houses of other players. That's not an option.
Yeah.
You can always choose how you want to hunt, but some things share a common map, like the overworld. You can't be completely invisible from everybody on the overworld map unless you're using the camouflage invisibility stuff. But hunting is always optional. But yeah, people will see you.
Tina says, if I close my eyes, I don't see them. That's right.
If you close your eyes, you will not see them. Although there are times where the overworld does look like it is all your own instance, but it's not. The problem now is that offline mode feels like an MMO that has lost its online component. NPCs do not react to what you have already accomplished in the world. You actually feel permanently like a completely anonymous nobody who has lost just as much in this world. That's true. That is a very true statement. The problem there is online and offline. The NPCs are supposed to remember your actions, and it's supposed to influence their behavior. That portion of the coding never really took place. An example of that would be the Myra quest, where if you tell her that you killed her brother, she calls you a black heart and screams at you and does other things.
For the rest of the life of the game. So remember, don't piss off Myra. Remember, you can also always lie to NPCs. Yes.
Yeah. And Tina's like, that's because offline mode is an MMO that lost its online component.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. And thank you for that raid there, lovely Vivid.
The lovely Vivid. Long time no see.
Yes,
now, also funny to me is how many people I've brought on the Clink quest and they immediately kill her brother without even a second thought. First thing they do is kill him, right off the bat. And they're like, okay, well, you got to live with that, dude.
It happens, man.
It does.
But yes, the fact that NPCs are supposed to remember things and that's actually supposed to change their behavior was something that began to be implemented, but was abandoned a long time ago. Back to the quite lifeless, the upper world. And speaking of NPCs, they have a lot to tell in Shroud of the Avatar, in text form, of course, because there is no voice output. The developers even like the text so much that you don't dispute the dialogues via various answer options as usual. Yeah, it's true. The only NPC that talks to you is the Oracle. Instead, you can, and that's only at the very beginning, man.
Not true. You can walk up to just about every NPC and they're barking and they've got their lines.
No. I'm talking actual speech.
You mean it just gives you another screen with the talking mouth that doesn't actually say anything? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Bridge Troll. She just clacks at me. Yeah.
There is zero voice acting. Zero voice acting. Then after that, instead you can target certain keywords that the characters used before. In earlier versions of the game, you had to do this by simply typing in the word in, like in an old text adventure parser of the earliest Ultimas. For the release version,
you don't have to use the hotkeys.
Yeah. For the release version, remember, released 3 years ago. However, the option of being able to click the words was integrated 3 years ago. I call that progress. Text adventure developers hate Shroud of the Avatar for doing this simple trick. No, they don't. The dialogues are also written in a rather robot-like manner, as you would expect from ratty old RPG. Hey, you're the new guy in our warehouse, huh? Okay, bring me 5 skins. Now bring me 5 pieces of iron ore. Then cut down 5 trees for me. Finally, I need some feathers. 5 would be just right.
5, no, 3.
3, as the RNG says. 3. This and no other way is the quest series in Shroud of the Avatar. As a result, I celebrated as an event especially at the start of the game when I should kill a certain opponent. Yes, definitely need some editing on this document.
Maybe he didn't expect to hit the publish button while he was writing his test draft of this, but
yeah. The game has some quite interesting approaches. You create your figure by answering a series of kitchen psychological questions. You know that from many old and maybe because the memory of the last Blade Runner film is still relatively fresh for me.
You mean like 5 years ago, Blade Runner? I mean, didn't that come out a long time ago?
Did this guy forget to hit the publish for over 3 years?
Yeah, you know.
On the contrary, the game is so generous, and although it shows me which character class I'm going to play now, it gives me the option to choose a different one. There are no character classes.
It's a classless game.
Unless you're a bard. Unless you're a bard.
I beg to differ, as he points out here in a moment. So
choices are mages, fighters, or rangers, and the classes are exactly what you want them to be. Who?
Yeah, see, when you start the game, I assume that those are classes, you know, and any other gamer would assume those to be classes. Yeah.
We do have a few players that role play completely melee classes, and they hate life. But yeah. In principle, the skill system is also nice. If your skill tree, you can mark a number of skills and spells as active, others as inactive. If you solve quests or knock down your opponent, you earn experience points, with which the activated skills are automatically increased. Pretty much use any skill, something else is going to go up. The others simply wither over time or whenever you die. Not true there either.
Not true anymore either. Again, he must have wrote this 3 years ago or something like that.
And forgot to hit the publish button.
Yeah, because while they used to, now you can just lock them where they are and they don't go anywhere if you just don't update them. Yes.
So that odd French guy is going off mic. Why is Bard more of a class than any other options?
You know why? Let's switch over to the skills tree, because technically Bard has its own class right there. Bard by itself. Bard has its own skill tree, while you know the magic system is different schools of magic. Bard seems to be a class all in it to itself. So, yeah.
Well, that in the cast time.
Yeah. No, again, like I said, the mages are, you know, again, based on different, what was the word I just used? But it's not a class. Yeah, those are just different, you know.
No, I'm basing my comment solely on the fact that there are a bunch of casts that take 10 seconds in order to cast, that generally it's the only thing you're doing is casting those bard skills.
Right.
And successively. It's not one where you can go cast a bard skill and then do a lot of other things. So based off of the casting time that those skills take, you're pretty much relegated to doing just that. Especially if you're soloing and running around. Yeah.
Yeah, this week, Econdis. This week.
Yeah. Chris is changing bard skills.
Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. Yeah. I'm waiting for this guy to say the game's still on Kickstarter.
Wait for it.
Yeah. Oh, does he actually say that?
No, I just
I said that because Caffeine is like, Does Kickstarter take your money right away or on the shipping date? I think right away. I don't know. In principle,
I thought Kickstarter only took your money if they passed their goal.
Yeah, the funding goal.
Yeah. If they don't pass the funding goal, then they don't take your money.
It's been a while since I kickstarted anything.
I was going to say, I've kickstarted quite a few things, and I've been happy with many of them.
I haven't kickstarted anything in a couple of years, so I
think the last thing I kickstarted was my Zounce here. That's not true. I kickstarted the Dragon's Lair movie. Still waiting to see if that one comes out. The old video game, Dirk the Daring, Princess Daphne.
I want to see Dirk getting killed over and over again.
I would just love to see the whole thing come to life as, a movie, and just actually see what they can do with it, because those boys are just incredible with their art. So
yeah,
waiting for it. We've got the theatric trailer, so
yep.
Moving right along.
As in typical for MMOs, you can of course choose special abilities in between, each of which has a cooldown. This does not require any special playful skills. Either you have developed your character just as well that you can beat a certain opponent now, or you have to train a little bit more. Blunt grinding is the inevitable consequence of this system. Grind all day long. Fill up that XP pool, and then go spend those points. The character development system is nice. You decide which skills your experience points will be divided among. Woohoo! By the way, you are looking in vain for a really open world. In Shroud of the Avatar, instead you can enter specified areas via an overland map. In principle, I wouldn't demonize that. It can also have its advantages, ensure a denser gaming experience. In the case of Shroud of the Avatar, it only underlines the fundamental sterility of the game world. Everything feels incredibly lifeless. Not for the zombies to act like zombies, everyone else too. Nobody ever goes to sleep. All NPCs walk around aimlessly in certain radius.
Wrong.
Well, didn't Chris actually make a comment that he was thinking about getting rid of the NPC sleep schedules?
He made a comment,
made a comment about it. But NPC, yeah.
Yeah, when was the last time you went looking for somebody out in Exeter, or went looking for Doris? Aside from the fact that Doris not only goes to sleep, Doris likes to wander all around the Doris, and you never know where the hell you're going to find her. She may be in the pub. She may be doing some yoga. She may be hanging out behind the house. She may be asleep.
Yeah, sleep schedules are very
they sleep at night.
Vaguely done. They don't affect every town. Some towns don't have sleep schedules. Others do.
There's that too. Places like
so they're very
Sultan
inconsistent.
and Doris do. Other places don't. Absolutely. I've never seen an NPC in Owl's Head go to sleep. So maybe he's hanging out in Owl's Head all the time.
Yeah, it's very, very, very inconsistent. Then, let's see. The upper world map feels like this lifelessness. It looks completely empty apart from the accessible locations. A few words about the user interface. It is strikingly reminiscent of that old of Ultima Online.
Oh, figure. Oh, never
not that reminiscent because I can't move my health bars.
Yeah.
I can't click on a mob and drag its health bar off and put it where I want it to.
So I can click on it and attack it.
Yeah.
So I can corner it and practice experience on it. That was always one of the favorite moves. Get an NPC in a corner, box them in, and then sit there and practice.
Bridge Troll. The perfect example of the stupidity of Soda Grind is learning to ride a horse by doing anything but riding a horse.
Yeah.
As long as you have the XP pool and you do a skill, it will go. Something else will go up, kind of like horse riding will go up, even though you use another skill.
Even though you're swinging a sword against undead. That's right. You get horse riding skill.
Yeah, and horse carry and everything else. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, yes, that's also true, but you can't do any. Yeah. Let's see. Regardless of whether you open the map, your backpack, or your equipment menu, everything appears as a window on the screen and you can place it anywhere. This may sound good on paper, but in practice, it often leads to the inadvertently closing your windows again. For example, simply pressing escape to return to the main menu. In addition, there is no really good place for any of these windows. Something is always in the way. So in the long term, you juggle the windows, open them up and again, close them again, and get annoyed. Because of a mini-map that is always visible would have been good for the game. Also because the game world is all too often a mush of gray and brown tones.
Yeah, well, I always despised games that forced you to have a map open at all times, and usually takes up a nice chunk in a corner of a window someplace. Sometimes I don't want to see a map. I want to see a map when I want to pick up my map and look at my map. I want to open the map. Until then, I don't want it on my screen taking up valuable real estate. But that's just me.
Well, this becomes one of user interface preferences. What do you want? What do you not want?
Yeah, there's a good one, Bridge Troll. You need to add mandatory sleep and eating for players.
Yeah. Multi-monitor support would be good too.
How would you do that, Maynard? See that's one thing that I found that many games have a problem with. I mean, I could take my Soda window and expand it over my 3 monitors to make the game all fit, and then I can put windows in on the other sides, leaving my middle game window with nothing but the game and all my backpacks and other stuff open in the other ones. But that works nice when you have three identical size monitors, but when you don't, like me, I've got like a 40-something inch in front of me, then 2 19s on the sides. So that doesn't pan out too well. Yeah, no, eating, I believe, should be directly tied to how your combat works, how much strength you have, how much stamina you have. If you're low on food and you're feeling weak, boy, well, you just can't hit and fight as good as if you were fully rested. And
you also heal slower. Which
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think those are absolutely fantastic game mechanics.
Yeah. The guard in the front left of the picture takes note of a fight against a zombie rather casually, which is probably going to be one where the guard doesn't even join the fight. He just sits there and does whatever.
Guards, yeah. Zombies don't bother guards.
No.
Yeah. The zombies paid the guards off, or the other way around. The guards paid the zombies off in brains to leave them alone. One of the two.
Well,
that's what it is. The guards gave up their brains. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there were early scenes that were developed where the factions would actually fight each other.
Yeah. And you see that in a lot of places. Bridge Troll says focus regen penalties if you haven't eaten and slept. Absolutely. I agree with that one. And one of my favorites is to find a scene where the critters like to brawl with each other. So I just sit there and watch them beat the living daylights out of each other till they're about this much on health, and then plunk an arrow into each one, collect all the goodies and the experience. Yeah.
Yeah, and they did make several changes to the faction systems where the mobs don't attack each other, and unfortunately, that bled all the way over to like Solace Bridge outskirts, where the guard sits there and stands and doesn't attack the zombie.
And Tina says you get regen penalties. It's just presented as a bonus.
Oh yeah. I really think this guy's information is so outdated and bad that it becomes.
I don't think he really did a whole lot of gameplay. He's one of those guys who spent maybe 5 hours running around before he decided to give it a review. But let's go ahead and continue on. There's quite a bit more still.
After all, you can take care of real landmarks yourself through housing, as in Ultima Online. You can also reach your own houses and even castles and furnish them in Shroud of the Avatar. For example, with snowmen and Christmas trees, if that's what you want. Or with music boxes or all sorts of other decorative items that don't really fit into the world. For an MMO, this system is surprisingly flexible and extensive, and you have to pay property taxes. Yes, really. You also
One of
need
the
a
best
full
real-life ones. Yeah.
Which you have to dig into. Otherwise, Father State will come and confiscate the booth from under your seat. Nah. This is also attractive in theory. Just imagine a community of players who run a city online in which every player pursues an individual profession and everyone helps everyone. Believe me, this is utopia. We're on the internet here after all, so cities like this are mostly made up of brightly colored stacks of Christmas trees and jukeboxes. This guy must have played around a Christmas or something like that.
Yeah, it's painfully obvious that he hasn't played a lot. That's for sure. And he must have spent time in either a POT where the NPCs never sleep. Of course, also they don't sleep in POTs. Or Owl said, probably someplace on the Hidden Vale. I think every place on the Hidden Vale has no scheduling. But saying that the deco has no place, I think we have more deco than just about any other game I've seen in recent history, and I, along with many others, really love it. And I think the music system we have everything from the in-game radios to the ABC files is what makes the game a little bit more interesting, that you can create, add, and do all that with music. So maybe he's just not a fan of the arts. I don't know.
Playing offline also saves you from the complex economic system of Shroud of the Avatar. It's not complex. Because a piece of land like that costs money, and the change from real money to in-game currency is relatively fluid in Shroud of the Avatar. You can still buy relatively harmless cosmetic items in an in-game shop if you like. You can also spend a few euros on so-called Crowns of the Obsidian, which is used to buy potions, which in turn trigger certain boosts. For example, the chance to mine certain raw materials that you can use to get yours, expand your house, or craft items that you need for your next quest. Not only that, you can also spend real money to have other players help you with quests or when leveling up.
Not in offline. No. No. Offline is single player. No. I mean, I'd love to have a for hire service that I can come play your single player and help you level up, but maybe he's talking about the questies that you can hire in the offline mode that stay with you, but you can't hire players. I'm sorry.
You can if you're paying for someone to power level you.
Not in offline. Sorry.
Definitely not offline.
He's talking offline there. Now again, is there are leveling services in online. Absolutely. ShroudMarketplace.com. Shameless self-promotion.
Exactly. But yeah, if you die, you can revive yourself in the realm of the dead on such an Ankh and lose a few experience points in the process. It hasn't been that way for a long time.
Nope.
On top of that, Shroud of the Avatar has numerous technical problems right now.
Yep.
If I play it offline, the game always crashes in my case when I try to quit it. Many quests cannot be solved because the NPCs
working as intended.
Yeah. Don't forget the original exit window with "Thank you for playing, come back again," something like that, was actually a hex edited crash that they just changed the message on the crash.
Just change the crash to a thank you note. Absolutely.
Mini quests cannot be solved because the NPCs do not offer the conversation options in question. Some of those are hidden parameters. And if I choose the German language, a large part of the dialogues and object descriptions are in English. That's because translation was done by the community, which makes the game in German almost unplayable for me at the moment. Such issues may be ironed out in the future, but hey, the game is now available for purchase. Dude, this game's been free to play since 6 months after.
Yeah, again, I think he forgot to hit publish 3 years ago, because... No, the game is not for purchase. If you purchased it recently, get your money back. Unless, of course, he's talking about purchasing the box, in which case that's a different story. But
for around 40, it shouldn't feel like a beta version full of ideas, none of which is really thought through to the end. I agree.
But bad review in my opinion. While he has some interesting points here, this guy did not do his research. He did not spend enough time playing, and of course, the fact that you're saying that the game charges lets me know that you really, again, unless you bought the box, don't know that the game is free to play. FREE. That's right, to play. And you don't have to spend a penny to play Shroud of the Avatar if you don't want to. So,
yep. But it is there is several other paragraphs, but I just say skip it, skip it. But yeah, he does admit that he only played for a handful of hours. There are other things. He does not recommend playing Shroud of the Avatar. But yeah, it is a pretty weak review. There's a lot that's technically wrong. It almost really seems like this review was written right around launch, and he forgot to hit the publish button all the way back in March of 2018.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry, dude. Please update some of the stuff. Some of those complaints are still valid. Others are not. But please, Martin, please review that. Yeah.
Well, let's go talk about real quick the Royal Britannian Mint. What do you say? Real quick.
The Royal Britannian Mint, because Masa is a coin collector in real life, and in game he'd like to be able to swap a Kodo at each of the NPC towns for a collector version of the year in town. Yes, because he wants real life Kodos. Ooh.
I actually think it's a novel idea that each town, or at least maybe the major NPC towns, would all have commemorative coins yearly. And maybe you would have to trade in, and again, not even that. Make it a gold sink, as he puts it, in order to get... Sink, make it a gold sink to buy that commemorative Kodo that you would go ahead and add. And he gives a British coin from the Royal Mint as an example for artwork, and each one would be dated with the year and where it's from. One replay can't. Hello. But I think that would be pretty cool. Of course, my hopes of this actually happening. I mean, we can't get Christmas trees year in and year out with the proper date on them. We can't get deco year in and year out with the proper date on them. So, getting coins that are individually tied to towns, while I think it would be great, I don't see why they just couldn't write some script that would do that. And say, hey, generate this year by year. Redo. Next year, do this year, and it's from the town of Adoris. This year, it's, or year by year, a different town does it. One year it's Brittany, one year it's Adoris, one year it's Exeter, and make it a real collector series year by year. Maybe a little bit easier.
Every town should do it all the time.
That's what I would like to see. I would like to see every NPC town do it, so that every year there's say 50, 100 collectible coins that you got to get. And even maybe make a coin collector's book like they have, that you would put the coin in, that you could place as deco and people could come up and look at it. Also a great idea. And again, it would make a great gold sink. You would have to pay, X amount of gold for a single crown that just goes to the, goes poof, Yeah, Tina, I really thought it was a pretty cool idea. So hence why we are covering it here today on stream, because I thought it was pretty cool. Unlike the next one that we've got coming here, is I just don't get this next topic, because PvP fishing. Really?
PvP
WTF, people. Sure. I want to be fishing in PvP mode so people can come up and interrupt me mid-cast and screw up my fishing. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fishing in a PvP zone, man.
No, this is not in a PvP zone, okay? Go ahead and read it. Go ahead and read it.
We are expanding the Blood Bay experience to player-owned towns. I am honored to have Justice Hold be the first POT PvP fishing contest hosted by Asmodee Moore. The rules are simple. Upon entering the town, you must flag yourself, remove protection at the. This is no fun. If you are not a resident of Justice Hold, and do not flag yourself, you will be escorted out of the town during the actual contest. Please, no res killing.
Yeah.
Allow the red.
How do you plan on doing that? Hello.
I'm thinking of ways to cheat already. Because you can.
How do you escort somebody out of the town? Are you gonna ban them from the town? Is that what it is? Because then you'll forget to unban them.
Yeah, what they should do is make the entire town PvP for the duration of this contest. That way, everybody that goes into the scene is PvP flagged. You don't have to go to the Oracle to flag for PvP. Otherwise, what you do is work around this. You go to someone's lot, recall to another lot, then teleport back to that zone. After that stop at the Oracle, because when you teleport back into the zone, you will not be PvP flagged. You go fish, then you recall out, go reflag for PvP, then teleport back, and you go to that one lot that you were at. Yeah.
Now, of course, this gives us an interesting way to design some new tech. And how about an Oracle statue that when placed turns the POT into a PvP town, so it doesn't have to be PvP 24/7. A totem, perhaps, that when placed flags everybody for something like that. That would be really nice, so that people can buy that in the Kodo store. Yeah, well, again, Bridge Troll, this is exactly what wobbles my mind. A PvP fishing contest. No res killing, please. Okay, first thing out of the gate, no res killing. What's the fun? Yeah. And again, if I'm fishing, last thing I want to do is have somebody come up to me when I just caught that really killer trophy fish and kill me before I can reel it in. Yeah, I really want to do that. I can't wait to participate in this one. Yeah, not.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't participate in it anyway, so.
Hey, see my fishing trophy spinning back there? That's right.
That's because you participated in one. Did you actually win it? Like,
I took first place. And the funny thing was, I was fishing with regular bait and caught the largest shark.
Congratulations.
That's right. Tell him, Tina. Laz is a top 10 PvPer. So is Jack.
Yes. I was a much higher.
Jack was number 6. I was number 10. We have screenshots to prove that.
That's right. My name was above Laz's.
That's right. But meanwhile, we got to run over and talk about that NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar.
Okay, so we're not bashing the event, or Laz is bashing it more, but if you're going to do an event like that PvP tournament and it needs to be in a PvP zone, not manually letting that someone flag, because there's always something around that.
Yeah. Again, how are you going to escort me out of your town if I don't flag? Please, if you can show me that mechanic,
yeah, by
all means. But you can't make promises you can't keep when it comes to something like that. And I'm pointing out the fallacies. I'm not bashing them for creating an event, by no means. I'm just
I see 3 ways that you can get around it.
You and I both. So again, if you're going to do it,
stealth your way out of that town too, instead of like going to a lot and stealth your way through everything. Blah 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 blah.
Calendar.
Yeah. Shroud of the Avatar community calendar hosted on NBNN.info, where you too can add your events and things like that. If you have a Google public calendar related to Shroud, and you email news@NBNN.info, so that guy can hook it up. Yeah. Yep.
That's right. It is Cinco de Mayo. Of course, you guys are familiar with the calendar, so we're not going to bore you with the events. You all know what usually happen out there, but of course, don't forget, you're tuned in to lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News, catching us in replays, YouTube, Twitch, WRFB Radio Free Britannia. We appreciate it no matter how you watch. And of course, thanks to your support, that's right, viewers like you guys and gals, you've kept us here for over 6 years doing this 5 days a week. Who'd have thunk? We sure as hell didn't. And of course, we are the longest running news broadcast in Shroud of the Avatar, on the longest running radio station in the game. And of course, all thanks to you folks. So we do appreciate it, and we thank you for all your support over the years.
You do realize that we are the longest lived streamers of Shroud of the Avatar.
We have we have
for everything.
I always told you, if you can't beat them, outlast them. That's the best way to do it, and we've done that over and over and over again. I am the self-proclaimed king of all media. We've got a newspaper. We've got a radio station. We've got video content. We've got it all. So that's right. Howard Stern of Shroud of the Avatar. I made that promise way back in the day, and I've kept that promise.
We were making that money.
That's right. If only we were making Howard money, then we'd be really great.
Longer than Skeggy, yes.
Yes. And, of course, the Britannia Mining Company wants you to check out Black Rock Cove. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment 24/7 around the clock. Shroud Music for ABC files. And, of course, ShroudMarketplace.com for all your Shroud of the Avatar goods. And Jack's going to tell you all about it.
You need to go to ShroudMarketplace.com, buy anything and everything Shroud related from over 200 different players related to Shroud of the Avatar. Anything and everything.
Skeggy is a great guy. Good friend of ours as well.
Yes. Anything and everything. So go to ShroudMarketplace.com, click on that register to buy anything. And if you want to sell your stuff, like myself and Lass, you need to click on that vendor registration and then start listing your item. Go to ShroudMarketplace.com, buy it all.
Yeah,
but it is that time for us to get out of here because I got a call.
He's got a call at 1. So let's go ahead and say thank you to Bridge Troll and Waldo for the bits today. Thank you guys. We got you got 10. You got your 10K silver there. What did you pay for it? I'm curious. This way I know if I ever price it. Closing the giveaway. Picking
and Waldo
a winner.
won again. Waldo won again.
And Tina, you better really go buy a lottery ticket today, brother.
Oh, man. And Waldo got himself a copy of Iron Danger.
Tina's got him a copy of Supreme Ruler 1936. Supreme Ruler.
$7 on Steam.
And Supreme Ruler is...
Y'all have fun.
Okay, Jack's out of here, so bye-bye, Jack. We'll see you tomorrow. Supreme Ruler, $19.99 on Steam for Tina. Congratulations to you. And, of course, we'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz. Of course, Jack had a run, and we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody, and we will see you all tomorrow.